Let y'all trickle up in here. See, I got 2 likes and zero watching. Interesting. Black Spring was good. What's going on? Good morning, folkers. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the definition of anarchy. Yeah, so very interesting to see what our representatives are up to while we're so distracted by Dogecoin and GameStop and all this other shit. The tyranny is real. Just a quick glance at the chat. Black Spring, I agree. It's very interesting to see what these representatives, so-called, are doing without the input of the people they're supposed to be representing. Okay? Now, this is my thing. This is how a representative to me is supposed to work. If your constituents don't all agree on a thing, then you don't do the thing. Like gun control laws. I don't believe in democracy at all. Nope, I don't believe in democracy. I don't believe in majority rule. I don't. So, as a representative, you either do the things that all of your constituents want to do, or you don't do it. I don't care if you have 100 constituents and one constituent, only one, doesn't agree with you passing a certain law. If that one person doesn't want that to happen, then you don't pass that law. It's not for that one constituent to move somewhere else. No. If you're going to represent your community, your constituency, then you don't make moves that everybody don't agree that you're about to do. You understand what I'm saying? Or that law doesn't apply to the people that don't want that law to apply. You see what I'm saying? If you have 100 constituents and 50 want you to do this, or 51 wants you to do this and 49 wants you to do that, then that thing that they want you to do only applies to those 51 people. The other 49 can do what the hell they want to do and not fall under that BS. That's not democracy. That's just, that's what a true republic is. That's what a true republic is. Anyway, let me move on. So this wench, I try not to go to ad hominems, but sometimes you just gotta be a hypocrite. This woman introduces a bill that basically destroys the Second Amendment. Like, Second Amendment be damned. You might as well just turn it in, right? You might as well just rip up the Bill of Rights. This bill is so ridiculous that I don't even no Democrat with common sense will want to vote for this bill to pass. Okay? Because this is the most infringing bill ever. You understand what I'm saying? It's HR 127. And of course, they have the nerve to name the bill after an alleged shooting victim. Okay? I forgot her name, Sheila Shabbat, something like that. This young woman died. She was an exchange student, and she died in Texas during an alleged mass shooting. Okay, she allegedly died in a mass shooting in Texas. So they named the bill after her. Why? Emotionalism, pathos. Because they understand that the majority of Americans, the majority of the people in the United States operate on emotions, okay? We're not a logic-based society. The majority of society is an emotional-based society. They're emotional. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they roll. What's going on with Hood Deuce? So this is what HR 127 does. It is a universal background check bill, a firearm registration bill, a psychological evaluation bill, right? A licensing bill. So this is what it does. If you want to buy a firearm under this bill, you have to go through a safety training, right? 24 hours of safety training. Then you have to go through a psychological evaluation. And if you get that firearm, you have to register that firearm with the ATF, okay? And then, this is the kicker with the registration. When you register your firearm, guess what? It becomes public record. Public record. That means anybody can go and see who owns what. Not only does this apply to firearms, it also applies to ammunition. So it becomes public record what you own, how much of it you own, to anybody. Can anybody tell me which amendment in the Bill of Rights that violates? I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The Fourth Amendment. You have to register your firearm, which will be registered and made public record for public consumption for anybody who has access to the internet, can go and look and see what you got. So let's say a criminal is casing a house, right? A criminal, an actual criminal, is casing your house, and they're aware that this bill is in place. This bill is now a law, right? It's now a law. They casing your joint. Somehow they get your name because, you throw the trash out, you haven't shredded everything, boom, they get your name. They can go and see what you have, all right? They can see if you have a firearm or not. Now, that could be a catch-22. The criminal can say, you know what, this dude packs too much heat. I ain't even gonna risk it, right? But let's say you don't own a firearm. Let's say you don't. Now these criminals know you don't legally own a firearm. So that makes you what? A bigger victim. And guess what that's going to do? That makes you a bigger victim, right? Crime is not going to go down, it's going to go up, because now you're more susceptible to being a victim, because they have exposed the fact that you have no firearms. Unless you don't register your shit. Unless you lose all your shit in the firearm in a boating accident. Then that's a whole different case, right? That's a whole different case. But let's say you do have firearms and these criminals know about it. Now they can wait till you leave the house and go in search of your fucking firearms and grab them, right? God forbid you don't keep them in a safe or a gun cabinet, right? Or, sometimes you keep your stuff stashed in the dresser drawer right next to your bed or something like that. You got something to keep it at the house, something that you can get to quickly. They know what you have. They know how much you have. They know you got ammunition. Are they safe crackers? I don't know. That's just one reason why this law is retarded. The number one reason is it is none of your business what I own, how much of it I own, when I bought it. None of that. None of that is any of your business. It's not even the state's business. But this bill would make it everybody's business. Everybody. Everybody would know what you got if you decide to register your shit. Okay? So, it doesn't just apply to new firearm purchases. It also applies to, guess what? Shit you already got. So once this becomes law, if you have firearms already, you got 3 months to register your shit. 3 months. You get 3 months to register your firearms. Oh man, like, look. I don't see this passing, right? Unless, well, you know what? I don't see it passing unless they use reconciliation in the Senate. But don't think they won't. They get 3 each year. Okay? They get 3 reconciliations. They don't want to use it on the stimulus package because, well, they do. They want to use it. They're kind of hesitant, whatever. They'd rather have some cooperation from the Republicans. But they won't need, you think they're going to seek cooperation from the Republicans if they try to push this bill through? Now, registration, background checks for ammunition and your firearms. Okay, let's say you want to loan a firearm to your buddy. You have to inform the ATF that you're going to loan your firearm to somebody. Can you believe it? Hey, yo, ATF, man. Hey, just so you know, I'm going to let somebody borrow my private property. Just so you know. This here bill violates so much bullshit. All right. And then it's just a lot of red tape, a lot of dealing with. Then there's some shit about weapons of war or military style weapons. You know, they want to eliminate telescoping stocks, folding stocks, pistol grips, you know, bayonet attachment mounts and all this. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, what's going on here? This is the representative that people voted to put in the office. Okay? Just so y'all know, look, I got from Queen's Throne. I got a little sweater right here. It's just absolutely a violation. Like, this is complete treason. And look, this is the thing. People will say, oh, they're not coming after your firearms. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Or, you know, it's like, even to attempt it is treason. It's called conspiracy to violate rights of the individuals. That's basically what, you know, that's a paraphrase, right? It's 18 U.S. Code 241. Even trying to come up with a bill that would violate human rights is punishable. Is a punishable offense, a criminal offense. So the fact that she even wrote this bill and introduced it into Congress, she committed a crime and should be facing a sentence or a fine or both. And guess what? If it gets passed into law, and this law is used to place people under arrest, this, that, and the third, violate people's rights, guess what? Then it's punishable by death. So everybody that passed this shit into law, and everybody who introduced it, and everybody who enforces it, guess what? They are committing treason. They are committing a crime according to 18 U.S. Code 241. But we continue to allow these motherfuckers to introduce these bills, to pass these laws. And we do nothing about it. The police officers, they don't do their due diligence. They don't do their job and protect and defend the Constitution like they swore to do. They just do their job. They're order followers. They put the state before people that they're supposed to be protecting. Why? Because they have qualified immunity. Nothing's going to happen to them. They can do whatever the fuck they want, essentially. So what we got going on here is an up-ramping of tyranny based on the fact that we have a Democratic-controlled Congress and Senate and presidency. So they're going to rush things through, push things through under the auspices of having all this control when they stack the deck to turn out to be that way. All these people, all these politicians infighting and fighting this, you know, AOC talking about Ted Cruz tried to have her murdered and all this bullshit. Tried to have her murdered? Let me tell you something. If Ted Cruz really tried to have AOC murdered, then he would have been arrested along with everyone else that was involved in the so-called insurrection of the Capitol building. These are the idiots that we are putting up there to represent us. Sheila Jackson LEE, who introduced HR 127, is an idiot. She has no idea about anything in regards to firearms. And she put herself out there in the public eye and said the dumbest shit about an AR-15 I have ever heard in my life. Do y'all remember y'all remember that? What did she say? She said that she held an AR-15 before. She wished she hadn't. She said it's like holding 10 boxes. It was as heavy as 10 boxes that you would move out of your house. And then she said that the bullet is a 50 caliber bullet that is so big, and whatever bullshit she said. She said an AR-15 weighed as much as 10 heavy boxes, and said that it uses 50 caliber bullets. And this is who we have introducing a firearm safety bill or a gun control bill. This is who we got. This is what we're dealing with here. These are the type of people that are representing us. These are the people that represent us, so-called, in Congress and in the Senate, and even the president. He's the representative of the country. And more we have had idiots as presidents doing dumb shit. This is interesting, you guys. I thought I'd bring this to you because, you know, I just, what really made me want to, because there's all kind of gun control bills that they're pushing through right now. All kinds. Like, they have contingency bills. Like, oh, if this one doesn't pass, this one is a little different wording. We'll pass this one, whatever the case may be. There are so many gun control bills in the chambers right now. So, like, the reason I want to do a video about this one is because of the person who's introducing it. She's a nincompoop. I mean, they're all idiots, right? Y'all know what a Congress is? Baboons, right? That's what you call a whole bunch of baboons that live together and work together. A Congress. They are a Congress of baboons, and we are allowing them to run our lives. We allow them. Oh man, it's absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. And here we are concerned about GameStop. Like, these people are always using shit. 9 times out of 10, if something is so sensationalized as the GameStop shit and you know, all this other in the Robin Hood, if they sensationalize the thing so much, that's not the thing they really care about, right? That's not the thing they really care about. What they care about is the legislation they're sneaking in to strip more of our freedoms away. That's what they're concerned with. At the end of the day, it's about stripping us of our freedoms. And no, look, I'm not saying this whole GameStop thing isn't important, right? Because it's very important. It's very important that we, as normal people, right, have the ability and the right to trade in the stock market. Like, we should have that right. But because they don't like how the little guys played their game better than them, now they're looking at these so-called anonymous Reddit users who, you know, pumped GameStop, right? It's called a pump and dump, right? So they're saying that these GameStop, these Redditors, right, pumped and dumped GameStop. Just so what that means is you take a stock that's really not worth anything. something that has no use anymore. Like they're saying maybe BlackBerry, right? Does anybody have a BlackBerry anymore? I don't know anybody with a BlackBerry. I'm the only person I knew who had a BlackBerry in the last 2 years. So they'll take something like a BlackBerry stock, and because it's not really doing anything, it really has no value at all on Main Street, the share price is so low. It's super low. So what ends up happening is a bunch of people will pump it. They'll buy the stock. They'll buy all these shares, and then all of a sudden the shares are worth more, and the value of the share grows and grows and grows. And then boom. Once you reach a certain point, which you have to judge for yourself, once it gets to a point that you feel like, okay, I'm gonna make some decent money right now, I might not get no more, you sell your shares. It's not something that has long-term investment value, right? Anyway, so this is what they do on Wall Street all the time. That's what they do on Wall Street all the time. But now all of a sudden, because mainstream cats are doing it, right? Main Street, these Redditors, now they want to look into more regulation, because these hedge fund companies owe about $70 billion because they short sold GameStop, right? 140%. So they went above 40% the value of GameStop, thinking that it was going to tank. And they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Elizabeth Warren wants to look into the Redditors, and it's bullshit. All they want to do is, again, they want more control over what we do. Because we're the little people. We don't have any value to them. We're not able to lobby, and we're not special interest groups. We can't lobby them and give them millions of dollars. We can't donate $2-3 million to them, to each of these representatives, and tell them, look, vote my way when this shit come, introduce a bill that goes my way. That's what they do. This is what we don't have that power. So whose side are they going to be on? Who do they truly represent? Do they represent the little people, or do they represent the corporations, the oligarchs? That's what this is all about. That's what gun control is all about. Because the oligarchs, these corporations, these bankers, they want to exert their control over everyone with little resistance. They don't want resistance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, some people will get money from, some of these Congress people and senators will get money from the gun lobby. But these senators and Congress people know that they're in the minority. They're smart. They know 9 times out of 10, shit's not going to go their way anyway, because there's so few of them that will accept it. So they'll get their money that way. There's nothing to gain from the gun lobby. You can get all the money you want, but you can't get control, because guess what? The gun lobby wants the guns to go out to the people. The more guns people buy, the more money they make. You understand what I'm saying? But that means more guns for the people to resist tyranny with. That's the name of the game right now. That's what they're doing right now. And they don't want us to own anything. They don't want us to make a lot of money on the stock market so we can go buy land, so we can use it and convert it into something that's valuable. They want us to stay down in the dirt. They want us to continue to go to work for them. Because once we buy our own land, we grow our own shit, we can look at it like, why do I need to go to work? I have everything I need right here. I have everything I need. I got land, I got animals, I got plants, I got well water. Why do I need to go to work unless I want to? Unless I'm doing it just to do something different, get off the, you know what I'm saying? So what's the point? They don't want us to reach that level of independence. Because guess what? If we go to work, we have to pay taxes. We pay taxes, the revenue goes to the government. If we don't pay taxes because we're staying on our land, we might be paying property tax, depending on what state you're in. But in some states, you don't get property tax. They don't want that. They want us all to be down here scrubbing and scraping to make a buck so that we can put money in their pocket. But let me see what y'all talking about. I'm done ranting. Yeshua's return. How you doing? Old head Deuce. California Dreaming in NYC. Black Spring with Autumn is in the house. Salute. California Dreaming. D Davis in the house. Black Spring with Autumn says, if you're just joining us, please hit that like button. Thank you. Please do. Let's see. Black Spring with Autumn, she dropped a link to my book in the chat room if you guys are interested in supporting your boy, supporting the channel. You know, you don't have to donate. You don't even have to buy the book, but at least if you're gonna help your brother out, you can get something out of it. You know, get a book. It's a really good read. Yeshua Return says they use certain terms. When they say GameStop, it just means they are the ones stopping the game. They talk in code and make fun of us that way. Oh, absolutely. But they really scared. They really got screwed on this one. Like, this was not part of their plan. We did the opposite of what they thought we were going to do. And that's the importance of social engineering to these people. You social engineer the people to a degree where you know exactly what they're going to do when you introduce something. They've been doing that for decades in the stock market. They'll come out and say, oh, this shit's about to tank. This is bad. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then they'll buy they'll buy a bunch of shit. They'll short sell it, all this other shit. And then boom, they tank the company. They put them out of business. There are a lot of reasons they do this. It's bullshit. I hope you know what? I hope the stock market does crash, because guess what? If the stock market crashes, and I'm talking about crashes like to a point where it's like worse than the Great Depression, then we're going to have to go back to a sound money system. The dollar would never recover. The dollar would never recover. And digital currency is not going to save the day. They think it's going to save the day. It's not going to save the day. All kind of problems are going to occur. Once they start relying on digital currency, they can do whatever they want with your money. You understand that, right? They can do whatever they want with your money and say, you know what? There was a glitch in the system. You're frozen out of your account right now. Oh, you know what? You can't buy that. Come on. Once they go all digital, once they get rid of cash, even though this freaking this right here, even though this is fiat currency right here, right? All this right here is fiat currency. Even though this has no real value, it has enough value for us right now because there's a level of anonymity with cash. But that's why I buy things like silver and gold. I got the gold backs. I'm about to buy some more gold backs. I'm about to buy some silver coins. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that will always have value. They'll tell you, oh, no, it won't. If the dollar crash, blah, blah, blah. Or if there's a shit hits the fan situation, no one's going to take a gold coin. You can't eat a gold coin, blah, blah, blah. That's true. But once you start establishing shit again, it will be very valuable. But this won't. This will never be valuable again. Once the dollar crashes, this will never be valuable again. But gold and silver and copper and actual things like that, actual products of your labor and energies will always be valuable. You'll be able to trade with it again. So anyway, I got to get out here and hit the farmer's market. AZ Infidel, how you doing? Oh, hey, dude said Biden should speak on GameStop and get it right. He ain't gonna speak on that. Y'all know that his press secretary, her husband, is involved in Robinhood. I forgot what level, but if you guys can look that up, maybe Black Spring, y'all, you can research that if you feel like it. You don't have to put it in the chat or anything, but her husband, was that you who was talking about that? I think it was, no. Black Spring, did you touch on that whole shit yet? I forgot who mentioned that Biden's press secretary husband or brother, actually her brother, has something to do with Robin Hood. I forgot. But anyway, they're not gonna touch on that. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow during a Rucking Live. As you can see, we got clear skies out here. It's kind of warm. You know what I'm saying? 60 degrees right now. So, you know, it's going to be a good day for Rucking tomorrow. So, anyway, I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Check out HR 127. That one's a doozy, man. That one's a doozy. It doesn't mention anything about buybacks, but that's coming too. That's already, you know, that's also in going through the ringer right now. So anyway, much love. I'll at y'all later. Peace out. And stay on top of it. Article by Patrick Byrne. Hold on. Oh, they do want to shut down digital games. All right, peace out, guys. Much love. Peace out.